Well, let's come back home now, where the Albanese government, and Albanese's back in the country, mercifully now, by the way. He's decided to visit Australia on his world tour, just been on his 20th trip over to the US for APEC, which we'll get to in just a minute. But his latest pet project is to control your television. Now, if you're watching us on a smart TV tonight, it's one of those new whiz-bang televisions. I don't have one of those. I can't afford one of them, unfortunately. But if you've got a smart TV, you can go on. It means you don't have to plug in an Apple TV or anything. It's got Netflix built in. It's got Foxtel built in. It's got Stan built in, etc., etc. Well, the Albanese government now wants to pass laws that would mandate that if you own a smart TV, the streaming services for the free-to-air television networks would have to be shown to you in the menu before the Netflix or the Foxtel, etc. Now, polling that was done on this by a subscription Television Australia found that 94% of people don't want the government to control the order in which they are told to watch television. And by the way, the government wants to promote local free-to-air content because apparently we need to promote more local content. But you know who produces more local Australian television than anyone else? Foxtel. And here is the Prime Minister being asked about that today.
Screen Australia shows that free-to-air spends less on Australian drama than Foxtel does, $121 million less in the last year. Is the government going to consider that?
Well, we welcome every dollar that is spent on Australian drama and Australian content, and Foxtel plays an important role. There's been some terrific shows, I've got to say. This is simply about making sure that people can get access and in a reasonable way, but that's why we're consulting, to make sure that we get the detail right.
I mean, they can get access, Prime Minister. Maybe they've just got to press the down button twice. Like, seriously, what kind of country are we living in? Well, we know what kind of country we're living in because the government also wants to pass these misinformation laws which tell you what you can and can't say on social media, and you can be frog marched before ACMA and fined thousands of dollars for posting the wrong thing on social media. They are trying to control the media, and we know what happens when governments start controlling the media. They want to control the people.
Now, let's just remind ourselves, this is government. Your job is immigration, massive infrastructure projects,
cost of living,
health, education, not rearranging the prominence of which app in what order appears on our TV screens. And if you needed further proof that the mainstream media is just dishing out the pig swill of government propaganda, all you have to do is look at who they're prioritising in their prominence campaign. I tell you what, it is so obvious at this point. We have a narrative. You must be on board with it. We will do everything within our power and what should be technically outside of their power to ensure that this is what you swallow. We do not want you exposed to critical thinking, other ways of other ideologies, etc., and so on. Make it as hard as you like to find us, government. Watchers will find us all the more.
I love the contrast with Anthony Albanese. He's gone from we're going to change the Constitution to we're going to change the apps on your TV screen. God help us. I thought it was funny today. Albo did a tweet showing himself sitting around the cabinet table with his team saying, I'm starting the week with my team. He's now having to advertise when he's in the country because we assume he's not here.
I'm here at the moment, just so you know.
But he's here.
Probably photoshopped in.
I mean, he's got problems on every front, right?